Just a lap or so ago. Watch this, Townsend. How much did he kiss it? Obviously not enough because he's still at speed.
He's still there. Steering wheel will tell everything for the driver, though, if his hands are still level on the straightaway. That wasn't so bad from that angle. But if the steering wheel is not level on the straight, Dave, that'll typically signal that the car is out of tow. But McLaughlin's still out. He knows, Dave Burns, that track time is essential to figure out how to get around the top. Just watching Colton Herta's hands through the final three corners there, you can really appreciate what a wrestling match it is. Even in turn one, you have to keep a tight grip on the wheel. The kickback is so strong, the bumps are so big, and these concrete walls are so unforgiving. And this was right before the red flag for the track inspection. Colton Herta down in turn one. That is nothing compared to a couple of the other saves we've seen out of this guy this season. Gets a little bit of rear lockup and opts to take the overshoot. And let's just stay on board if we can, because this loops back around.
The rear brakes, man. I'm blocking up rears everywhere.
See if he reaches for the bias here. And this down at the end of that straightaway, turn three.
Just in case you couldn't understand, sometimes it's easier in our headsets. He said, something's wrong with the rear brakes. I'm locking up everywhere.
There goes the bias. See, the right hand went down crank. That was about a turn and a half forward, moving the brake pressure split to the front axle off the rear axle. Here. This is turn one at the exit. There's the slide, the hook, and the correction. And I only know that because I've done it. And it's one of those things, James, where you get some yaw in the car at the apex, and it feels like no big deal until it hooks up, and before you know it, you're out of road and into concrete.
It's just so easy to overcorrect. When you go across, you can see the difference in the surface right here, how light it is, then it goes so dark. So you get this loss of grip in the middle of the corner, and then as whichever end hits the pavement again first, grips up, it can just snap the car, and you get that overcorrection. And yeah, it's not a single moment. Definitely, I'm going to think some damage to that car. And not only are you losing track time as a rookie, guys, this is the only session these teams are going to get to run those alternate Firestone tires. So the 77 crew not going to get a chance, it looks like, to run those in preparation for qualifying tomorrow.
Just a little tap there at the front. He loses the back end, lays heavy into the power. Was that his outlap on the Reds? Just came back to green. I almost feel like it was just too early. Still skating around there. What he's done better than anybody in IndyCar this season is not crash hard when he spins. He's got this freakish ability to figure out how to minimize damage. Let's take a look at this lockup from O'Ward. That is solid.
It's still not rolling.
Unrelenting.
Wow.
I wonder if O'Ward knows about the drive around, because in that situation, what you really want to do is save your tire. Get off the brake pedal, take the overshoot, and regroup.
Christian Lundgaard, rookie for Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan.
Sporting a new partner there with Hub. Tidy little burnout 180. Something happened here with Alexander Rossi looking out the back at Will Power coming to turn three brake zone. Did they touch? Sure they touched. On board with Power, his view.
I don't think so.
Nothing wrong with that. A little bit of a fade there at the turn in, but no contact.
But there's more.
Alexander Rossi and Takuma Sato. Sato getting every bit of that apex curve.
Euro 7, so they're so far about 4/10 5/10 faster than that.
And
See a
meanwhile,
couple.
we've got Castro Neves, Pagano's teammate, in the wall right before the timing line, exit of turn 8. Scott Dixon went off, and it looks like Castro Neves had contact on the left rear, and I wonder if that happened earlier on in the lap, and that led to him going off here. Let's figure out what happened.
So Dixon has already missed the turn.
Yeah, but if you see Castro Neves' car, the left rear tire had huge scuff marks on it already.
You need that slow, otherwise we could have got more of a gap.
In this session is here's how it played out.
Rossi and Pagano, they share debriefs, they share setup information, two different race teams, but they work together with Andretti and Mike Shank Racing. Meyer Shank Racing, I should say, but boy, what a breath of fresh air for Graham Rahal. Third in first practice here at Toronto on a mixed surface where nobody's seen it for a few years. And Marcus Ericsson leading the Ganassi bunch just over a 10th off Alexander Rossi's time.
So far, Honda looks like it has the early advantage, but it's still very early. Helio Castroneves was up near the top, but didn't get a lap at the end as he went into the tires. And a lot of people seeing this track for the first time.
Yeah, rookie David Malukas doing a nice job, 14th quick. Further down the list, we saw trouble for Callum Ilott, trouble for Jimmy Johnson, and was that Dalton Kellett we saw parked?
No, we think it was Callum Ilott.
That was Ilott's car. Connor Daly, bit of a surprise there. VK, his teammate, just 19th. So those two Ed Carpenter cars still trying to find the speed.